Welcome to Blonde Cards and Crafts. Let's make something together. Hello crafters, welcome to my channel if you're new here. Welcome back if you're a subscriber. Today I'm going to make a card using an embossing folder. Now this is an embossing folder, a Love from Lizi embossing folder, but you can use whatever embossing folder that you have in your stash. I want to do a technique using this embossing folder and some gilding paste. This is a lovely gold gilding paste. It's the Cosmic Shimmer gilding polish or gilding paste, whatever you like to call it. And I'm also going to use some previous dies and stamps that I have in my stash from Love from Lizi. This die set is from September 2019 and I'm going to use the Just a Note. I'm also going to use the Sentiment from the Vintage Escape. This is the March 2024 card kit, and I'm going to use some of the pattern papers and toppers from the April 2024 Love from Lizi card kit. So don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy my video. All the measurements for our card pieces will be down in the description below, as well as links to products I'm using. So let's go ahead now and have a look at what you'll need to make this card. So I'm going to start first with my card base. You can make a card base measuring 12 by 6 and score at 6, and it'll give you a 6 by 6 card base. If you don't have a 6 by 12 piece of cardstock or a 6 by 6 card base, then you can always use an A4 piece. Now an A4 is generally 11 3/4. So if you're going to use that, then you need to cut down by 5 7/8 and score it at 5 7/8. So your card base will be 5 7/8 by 5 7/8, but I find this a great cheat when you want a 6 by 6 style card but you don't have the cardstock to make one. So depending on which size you're going to make, the measurements will be down below in the description, but I'll give them to you verbally on both sizes. So I have a piece of lovely holographic gold cardstock. Isn't this fun? I got it on Amazon. If you're making a 6 by 6 card base, then you'll need this piece to be 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. Onto that, you'll need a piece of pattern paper. This piece measures 5 1/2 by 5 1/2. And I have this strip for inside. It measures 5 3/4 by 1 inch. And then my pattern paper, it measures 5 1/2 by 3/4 of an inch. So that's what you'll need if you're making a 6 by 6 card. If you're going to make it using an A4 sheet, then this piece here will need to be 5 5/8 by 5 5/8. This piece will be 5 3/8 by 5 3/8. This piece will be 1 inch by 5 5/8 by 1 inch. This piece is 5 3/8 by 3/4 of an inch. So that's the measurements depending on which size card you're going to make. Now the topper I have here, it's a lovely little topper, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to fussy cut out around my floral pieces because I love me a bit of fussy cutting. So I'm going to fussy cut that out and it's going to embellish this. Now this white circle, I have die cut this out using dies from my stash. They're circle dies from Love from Lizi and I have them here. These are a staple now in the Love from Lizi website and they're great to have. So my die that I have, my piece that I've die cut out is 3 1/4 diameter. And then I have my Just a Note, which I'm going to pop down on this beside my fussy cut piece. So that's all the pieces that we'll need. Let's go ahead now and make our card. So the first thing I want to do is emboss my piece of pattern paper. And I'm going to pop that into the middle of my embossing folder, and you can use whatever embossing folder you have in your stash. And I'm going to bring this away and emboss it. Now, sometimes it's good to mist lightly over your pattern paper or your cardstock before you put it through an embossing folder. It helps to prevent cracking and that kind of thing. So I'm going to emboss this now, and I'll be straight back. Now I've that done, and when you open this out, you can see it's been beautifully embossed. So now what I want to do is I want to go over this with my gilding polish and see how that comes out. So I'm going to put a piece of laminated cardstock on my desk just to protect it. I'm going to pop out the little foam that comes with it, and then we'll open our paste and we'll go over that and see how it looks. And I'm not pressing down hard here now, I'm just going very lightly over the top. So there we are with our lovely gilded embossed card, and I think you'll agree this is a beautiful card. I've got lots of sparkle using my Spectrum Noir sparkle pen, and I hope you can see that if I shine my phone light on that. I've put plenty of that on the words as well as on the flowers that I fussy cut out. I've put some accent glaze around the flowers and the sprigs and my little hearts, which I punched out. I put some foam behind the purple paper. I squeezed it down so it would fit in my punch, and then punched those 3 little hearts out. I just love this card. Inside, I've added my strips of pattern paper and holographic card. I put it in this orientation because of the direction the flowers are in. I don't think it would have set right across the bottom. And then I put my sentiment across the bottom. I added a couple of little dots and the exclamation mark. You are thought about. Isn't that a lovely card to receive? Whether you're not well, whether you're just far from your friend or your sister or whomever's side, you know, I just think this is a lovely card. And as much as there's so much going on, I think it's just such a lush card. I hope you've enjoyed the tutorial, and if you have, you might give it a thumbs up. Click the subscribe button to become a subscriber and ding the bell so you won't miss any of my videos that I share here on YouTube. Links are in the description down below to the products I've used, as well as the measurements for the card, whether you make a 6x6 or a 5 7/8 by 5 7/8 card. So I'm going to leave it there, folks. Thank you so much for joining me today, and until next time, take care, stay safe, and bye for now. Bye bye.